Well, welcome along to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's my first managerial appointment. Yes, you'll find out about that very shortly, but it's my first managerial appointment in Football Manager 2026 on the console. However, if you watched any of my previous videos, then you will know that I do a lot of head scratching, and I have been doing a lot of head scratching about Football Manager 2026. Actually doing the tutorials, which I do want to do, because I do get a lot of comments saying it helps people, and Football Manager 2026 is quite a complicated beast with all the bugs and the lagging, and people are not happy, are they? But therein lies my dilemma. That's why I've been doing a little bit head scratching. And to be honest with you, I think combining videos that are tutorials as well as playing the game, learning the game myself, it's a bit too much. So I think the tutorials from now on are going to be separate videos altogether. Once I played the game a bit more and I'm confident that I can actually put a tutorial together that makes sense and helps people, then that's the way I'm going to do it. So this video now is going to be video number 1, and it's basically just going to be taking the reins of managing a new club, and we take it forward from there. But who is that new club? Yes, I don't think it could get any worse. I've taken over as manager of Southport FC, and of the 6th of November 2025, they're actually bottom of the Enterprise National League North. Rock bottom. And having set up my management profile, apparently I'm extremely average. Well, here we are, my first managerial appointment in Football Manager 2026 on the console. Southport set to appoint Gobby Gaffer. A new dawn is set to arrive at the Big Help Stadium. We might need a huge portion of Big Help this season. With Southport set to name Gobby Gaffer as their new manager, little is known about the 62-year-old English boss, which only adds to the intrigue surrounding the appointment. I'm a very intriguing but average person. Gaffer is something of an unknown quantity away from the pitch too, with little known about his mental approach to the game, and there will doubtless be plenty of questions for him to answer from the supporters in particular soon after taking the job. Having spent much of his playing career as a familiar face in the second tier of football, he has some local experience. Yep, Levenshulme in Manchester, actually not too far from Southport. From a coaching perspective, but now takes its opportunity to further his career. Very exciting indeed. So let's have a little look around, shall we? Southport, yes, year founded 1888, nickname the Sandy Grounders. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, that does it really? The Sandy Grounders. Obviously we're in the Enterprise North, we are bottom. We'll have to try and do something about that. Semi-professional status, not exactly ideal. The Big Help Stadium, 5,414. So we are going to have to try and get some bums on seats. The ticket price, average ticket price is £15. We've got 520 season ticket holders, and the average season ticket price is £280. Anything else that we can pick out there? It's quite snazzy shirts. I've noticed the away shirt will match the shirt that I bought from Primark. Very, very nice that. So we got the home shirt is a yellow, the away shirt is a nice blue, and the third shirt is black. It kind of matches the shirt I've got on today. So I think, well, I probably need to go out and buy a yellow shirt, but I'm fairly covered, I think. As we've seen already, I'm a very, very average person. Again, we need to try and do something about that. My contract runs out in 2027, and I'm on £725 a week, which, you know what, it's not too shabby. Seems we bottom of that Enterprise North League. Having a quick look at the squad here, I have sorted them by position. So any new players playing, if you just go onto position and X on there, then that will sort them by position. That goes for all of these headings. So we've got a couple of goalkeepers, 4 central defenders, only one left at fullback, wing back. He's very left-footed. I have had a quick look at all of this, and let's just see if we can scroll. Yes, we can. Right wing back stroke fullbacks we're doing okay for. Defensive midfield players a couple, central midfield players a couple, and we do seem to have quite a few players who can play out wide or double up as a striker. So it looks very much like we are going to be playing with wingers, and looking at that very quickly, I think a 4-2-3-1 to get us going might be the way forward. Scroll down a bit further, couple of strikers there. We will have a look at all of this when we look at, when we're going into a game. We'll look at all of the players and see what they're all about. I have identified central midfield were a little bit light, and obviously left fullback were a little bit light as well. I'm getting my head around all of this, all the new UI and everything. So we've gone into recruitment and squad depth. You think that would give you loads of information, wouldn't you? No, it doesn't. The all-important board requirement for the current season, finishing mid-table, looking at real life, that's going to be a little bit tough. And like I say, semi-professional, not ideal. I don't know how many professional teams there are in this league, but if we play any professional teams who are training full time, it's going to be a bit of a tough job, isn't it? Be competitive in the FA Cup. Both of those are required. So I could have my head on the chopping block if I'm not competitive in the FA Cup and I don't finish in mid-table. And the FA Trophy, it's preferred to be competitive. And looking a bit further forward, next season my contract expires and they want to work towards a top half finish in the Enterprise North. And, well, that doesn't get any better, really. All they want to do is maintain a top half finish in the Enterprise North. Obviously, we'll be looking to try and do a little bit better than that. The season preview has us 151 to finish 15th. Once again, let's see if we can do a little bit better than that. In fact, we need to get out of this division because the money is in the higher leagues. We'll be able to get better players and let's get some shiny silverware. I mean, the aim is let's try and win the league. The Gobby Gaffer loves a bit of shiny silverware. If you watched any of my stuff, you will definitely know that. So obviously FM26 has gone very fancy now. We have an in-possession tactic and an out-of-possession tactic as well. So I'm not going to go into it too much in this episode. It'll become more important when we start playing some games in the next episode. But I'm kind of thinking that in possession, we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. We only have 2 out-and-out strikers, and they are both young kids. So recruitment might be a little bit of a thing. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Maybe 1 or 2 loan players, 1 or 2 players on expired contracts. We don't have any money. We don't have any excess wage budget either. But you never know. We might be able to move 1 or 2 players out. I'm not quite sure yet. One of the things I have identified is Collins, the left fullback, can play as an inside fullback. And my right wing backs can bomb forward. So I'm kind of wondering whether I play Collins as an inside fullback. So when we're attacking, we play with 3 centre backs, and the right wing back can bomb forward. The right winger will maybe play as an inside forward. I'm not quite sure yet. I need to have a look at all of this. I mean, any Southport fans watching this, give me a little bit of an indication in the comments. What do they play now? They can't be doing that well with it, can they? I'm not quite sure, because at the moment it looks like even if they had all the reserves and the tea ladies and everybody on the pitch, they still wouldn't get our bottom spot. So I've got my work cut out, I know that. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking there. Out of possession, we're probably going to keep it simple for now, because I've got to learn all of this as well. And I know a lot of people are finding this very fun, but it is quite taxing. And early doors, it's trying to find the balance. So for now, I think the fullbacks would just become fullbacks. We'll have a back 4, and the wide players will drop back into midfield. We already have 2 DMs in there. So I think that's probably the way that we're going to do it initially. But obviously, until we get into some games, it's going to be a bit difficult to to say what we're actually going to do. The proof is in the pudding, isn't it? That's an old. I like my old sayings. The proof is in the pudding. It's in the eating. I think the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Yeah, that's right. I got my head around that one eventually. But until we start playing some games and we can see how this is all working out, then it's going to be difficult to say, isn't it, really? Well, I am going to go away now, do a little bit more head scratching. We don't have any money, like I've said. We have no spare wage budget. So bringing new players in is going to be very, very difficult. We might have to manage with what we've got. But in real life, that's not really working, is it? So I might have to try and sprinkle some of that magic gobby-gaffer dust on the situation and see if we can get this team performing. But you never know. Some prudent, maybe get 1 or 2 loans in where the parent club pays the wages. Obviously, we're quite near to a well-known club that plays in blue. So maybe 1 or 2 of their youth team players could come over and help us out. I don't know. Loan players, expired contracts, we'll have to see. But it's going to be an exciting save, this one, I feel, because it's a big, big challenge. And I'm always up for a big, big challenge. So until next time, let me go away, try and sort this out, and we'll come back full of confidence, bounding with energy, and some great new ideas to try and get Southport off the bottom of that league, and let's get us climbing it, and let's at least try and get to some kind of a playoff position at the end of the season. We ain't going to win the league this season, but let's give it a good go, shall we? Let's give it a good go. We'll see you very shortly.